before I get into anything, we have a package to open. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. This is just unbelievable. Wow. Childhood dream come true. So here's what it looks like for those of you wondering. Would not be possible without you guys, so I owe it all to you guys. Where should I put this? No, why not? First things first, to address the elephant in the room, I am wearing pants. So for some reason, the past several recent sessions that I've had at my home gym, I've had a really difficult time getting warmed up. And if you've been watching some of my recent long form videos, you would know that I've been training really hard the past couple months, jumping a lot while at the same time getting my weight room numbers back up. And I've gotten a couple aches and pains along the way, including that ankle sprain that I've been dealing with, which is a lot better now. I figured because of those factors, maybe that's why it's taking me so long to warm up, or so I thought. That's why I started wearing the long pants and long sleeve in the beginning during my warm up in hopes that it would help me warm up quicker. One day last month, my home gym was closed, so I figured I'd take that day and I would go dunk at this one gym that I've been wanting to dunk at for a couple weeks. Keep in mind, I drove basically 2 hours for this session, so I was pretty prepared that I was going to be taking a long time to warm up. The fact that I was sitting for a couple hours and I figured I'd be pretty tight by the time I got out of the car. Walking into the gym, I felt unreal. I still had the warm-up suit on and I was burning up. This was the warmest gym I'd been at and dunked at in ages. Long story short, I was able to warm up in like 20 minutes. And at the time, this was when my ankle sprain was still bothering me quite a bit. Also, this was like the first time ever that I took my warm-up suit off and I wasn't freezing while only having the dunk outfit on. Before you even say it, I know what you're going to say. Yes, I'm well aware that the dunk outfit reveals a lot of skin and that's why I'm cold most of the time. Well, if that's what you think, you are wrong. First off, a gym is supposed to be warm, not cold. And second, I switched over to the dunk outfit with short shorts at the end of summer 2022. So I've been rocking the same outfit for just about 4 years now. And only a couple of times did I ever have an experience where I was actually freezing while wearing the dunk outfit. And it wasn't in my home gym, which has led to the theory that I have developed recently. When I came up with this theory one night in my head, you know, just thinking about everything, first I thought, you know what? I'm reaching with this one. I'm really reaching with this one. Because like there's no way this is all gotta be in my head. It has to be. So in my home gym, above each and every court, there is a giant ceiling fan. Now these ceiling fans can produce a pretty decent amount of cold air. When there's a bunch of people in the gym and it gets super hot, these giant ceiling fans come in handy. With that being said, we're now approaching the time of year where less people show up to my home gym. However, during the winter is when it gets super packed. Because there's all kinds of events going on, this and that, whatever. But when it gets to this time of year, especially in summer, there's less and less people to show up. Believe it or not, it wasn't always like that. There was a time where every single day, every single court was packed, no matter the time of the year. If you look at some of my old YouTube videos from early 2022, you can see in the background, there's a pickup game going on in every single court. You do not see that anymore. So back then, even if the ceiling fans were moving at full speed, you wouldn't be able to tell because there was so many people in the gym and it was always warm. Now that barely anyone is there, the air blown from the ceiling fans is a lot more noticeable now. So my theory is that every time I was coming to my home gym to dunk, someone was either cranking up the AC or turning on the ceiling fans at full speed to keep me as cold as possible. And yeah, I know that sounds insane. So the last session I had there, I figured I would pay a lot more attention to the ceiling fans this time, which is the session that you guys just watched. When I got in the courts that day, I looked up and I saw that the ceiling fans were barely spinning. And I thought like, oh, it's gonna be a pretty nice day. I should be able to get warmed up fairly quickly because none of the ceiling fans are spinning at 50,000 RPM. So I'm on the court, I'm warming up, 25 minutes go by, and I'm still wearing the warm-up suit that I was wearing. Both the pants and the long sleeve were super thick cotton. Anybody could look at those clips and think, how is this kid not burning up? But anyway, I was freezing. And I eventually got to the point where I started to get a few dunks in. So I was no longer freezing, I was warm enough to be able to jump, but I still had this like super cold sensation feel to me as I was dunking. So after I get a few dunks in, I remembered that I haven't looked up at the ceiling fan yet. So I look up at the ceiling fan above the court that I was on, and it was spinning at 75,000 RPM. So I'm like, shit, this is why I'm freezing. But that was the moment that I realized I was right. My theory was correct. Someone is plotting on me. I mean, I was flabbergasted because I knew I was right. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who works at my home gym is out to get me. Several gym workers there I know are super chill, and they always say hi to me, including the general manager, and he's a super nice guy. It's just a couple of select few gym workers that don't like me for whatever reason. Also, the floors have gotten pretty dusty to the point where it's now an annoyance. So because of these factors, I am done dunking at my home gym for a while. I'll probably start dunking there again back in May, mid-May, who knows. It's tournament season season, so maybe because of that, they will actually have a reason to clean and wipe the floors. And hopefully by the time I'm back, it will no longer be a dust bowl. But this is the perfect time for this to happen. We just hit 100K, so to celebrate, for the next month, I'm going to be dunking at random gyms across several different states, like PA, Ohio, Virginia, Kentucky, and I'll be doing this for the next month. I'm pretty hyped for this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments if you know of a gym that you think is nice and you want me to dunk at. Who knows? Maybe I'll pull up. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up the video. I'm sorry, I know this was a pretty long rant. If you stayed this long into the video, that's pretty great. If you didn't, I completely understand. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next video.